Thank you for joining me. In this video, I'd like to talk about the importance of being persistent and consistent. We're about to enter the longest period of the year where there are no actual holidays. So we've had the last bank holiday. There are now no holidays till the end of the year. So it's important that you start to build a momentum for one, finishing off the year on a high, and two, entering the following year with a good forecast of potential new customers that are going to come through. But what do I mean about being persistent and consistent? We have a very, very tough economy at the moment, and I think it's going to be even tougher as we go forward. We'll leave the politics to the side as to why we're in the situation we're in, but from a business perspective and from a sales point of view, you need to be consistent and persistent. They are the key words. Persistent and consistent. So what I want you to be thinking about is setting your targets for the next 4 months and focusing on those on a day-by-day and week-by-week basis. Now, it's important that you're with a company that has a monthly sales meeting, but for you as an individual salesperson, I want you to make sure that each morning you understand what your objectives are for the day. So the night before, at the end of the day, think about what it is you've achieved that day and what you need to achieve the following day, and write those down as your objectives. Use your forecast and your pipeline to guide you in terms of the activity that you need to carry out the following day. Why do I say that? It's because it stops you having to think about what you need to do. It becomes obvious in terms of what's in your pipeline, and I've discussed in previous videos what your pipeline is. The pipeline is all the companies that you are targeting that you think could be a customer. Your forecast are all the live deals that you're working on. Within your forecast, you should have a sales cycle. So a sales cycle is everything you need to do to convert a prospect into a customer. I've talked about that in many, many videos. Persistent and consistent. You need to adopt that mentality. So this video is really not about technique, but it's about mentality and a philosophy that you need to adopt in order to get you through the next 3 to 4 months where you become successful in terms of the targets you want to achieve. And as I say, you enter the following year with a strong forecast of potential new customers. When times are tough, our mental toughness is tested. And so you need to adopt the attitude of, I have to be persistent in what I do. Don't worry about the results. Stop checking every hour, every day, every week about where you're going. Just do the work. Persistence pays off, and persistence will teach you also where you need to improve. Consistency means you're doing the same things day in, day out in order to achieve the targets and the objectives that you've set yourself. So set yourself some targets. Every night, check to see how you're doing against those targets. Set your objectives for the following day. And each morning, when you switch on your PC or you look at your diary, it will guide you as to what you need to be doing that day. Sales is about being consistent and persistent. Yes, it's important to understand technique. Yes, it's important to understand how to create something out of nothing. And for those people that are business people running a business with a sales team, I've said this on many occasions, a salesperson has no value if they cannot create something out of nothing. That's what you're hiring. The ability for somebody with the skill, the knowledge, the experience, and the understanding to create something out of nothing. They've got your product or service, they need to go and find customers. You need somebody that knows how to do that. As a salesperson, you're actually in a very lucky position. It's one of the only jobs where you are essentially running your own business within a company. So you're working for yourself within an organization, and that's why it's important that you adopt the persistent and consistent approach, because you don't know when the results are going to happen. But I can guarantee you, if you are not persistent and you're not consistent in your actions, you will never get any results. Persistent and consistent. This is the message for you right now. Thank you.